Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Gusto kong i-share sa inyo ang mga opinions o views ng tatlong retired US military officers na naging geopolitical analyst na sila ngayon. Mga sikat ang mga ito. Lately, may mga revelation sila tungkol sa West Philippine Sea, tungkol sa foreign policy ng ating gobyerno. Pakinggan natin sila at kayo na ang manghusga kung totoo ba itong mga sinasabi nila. Mayroon ba silang pagmamalasakit sa ating bansa? At ikumpara natin sa ating Pangulo. Kung talaga bang mahal niya ang bansang ito. O para ba sa kapakanan ng Pilipino ang kanyang iniisip. Okay, itong tatlong ito, sina retired Major Scott Ritter, dating US Marine officer, intelligence officer. He served under as a staff ni General Schwarzkopf sa Operation Desert Storm sa Iraq White War. So matindi ito. Colonel Richard Black and Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson.
We will not beat the Chinese. We cannot beat the Chinese, and we know this, and yet we're using the Philippines to create the conditions of potential conflict with the Chinese. Please understand that for the Filipino people, this is a recipe for disaster. You think America is your friend. So too did the Ukrainian people, and they are dying by the hundreds of thousands. Friends don't let friends die in those quantities. The Ukrainians have been displaced by the tens of millions. Friends don't let friends have their cities destroyed in this manner. Friends don't let friends have families separated, have mothers and children destined to a life of refugee status in perpetual poverty. That's not how friends behave. America has never been the friend of the Ukrainians, and we are not the friends of the Filipinos. We don't like you. If we did like you, we wouldn't be doing this to you. We are using you. You are a tool, nothing but a tool. And when the tool ceases to be useful, we will discard you. And discard you means usually after a war that devastates you. We are using you to gain some sort of momentary leverage over the Chinese. We will fail. The Chinese will win, and you will be destroyed. End of story.
I spent a lot of time in the Philippines and came in off the carrier Iwo Jima, the Valley Forge, the Guadalcanal, and both Scott would agree with me. Americans have a tremendous love for the Filipino people. I would say two of my very, very closest friends are from the Philippines, and we really wish very much that you were not in this posture, but I think it's very important for the Philippines to be clear-eyed in what's going on and not to be led down the path by bellicose military people from the United States. You're talking about small islands. I wish China were not engaged in that particular policy. I tend to be sympathetic towards them on many things, but less so on that one. But at the same time, I think you've got to make sort of a cold, clear-eyed assessment and say, look, it's not worth a war with a great power for the Philippines to engage in combat over those small islands. But I do agree that it is time to use diplomacy and to attempt to resolve the issue. Whatever you do, do not simply become a tool of the United States and be led into an armed conflict that ends up in disaster for the Filipino people. Because if you do, you will break the heart of a whole lot of us who just dearly love the Philippines and the people of the islands.
Imelda Marcus to Pearl, and we escorted them up to Camp Smith. that the Philippines had finally awakened and thrown us out, and that we would never be back. And then I saw Donald Rumsfeld take advantage of 9/11 and start infiltrating special forces back into the Philippines. And I knew the game was back on again. So I agree with what both Scott and Colonel Black said. There's a lot of affection on my part for the Philippines too. But you should grow up and not need the United States and not put the United States and China at loggerheads over your dead body, because that's what it will be about. The topic here today was nuclear weapons. And I'll just say this again, the most likely state owning nuclear weapons today to use those nuclear weapons again is the United States. And we have put ourselves in that position and in that posture by our incompetence at the other skill sets, most prominently diplomacy, necessary for the relations of nations. We are not a very competent, in any vein of diplomacy, entity anymore. There's an old principle of the relations of nations called conservation of enemies. Simply stated, it says that a prudent state never has any more enemies at any one time than it can handle. We have 3.6 billion and growing every day, probably by 100 million a week, people who hate our guts, who detest us, who are fed up with us, who think the rules-based order is our rules and orders to them. That's not going to last. It's not going to preserve us. It's not going to preserve our empire in any way, fashion, or form. So if we don't change very quickly, we're going down. And what I would advise people like the Philippines and Australia and other of our good allies over this last 50, 60, 70 years is to check your six.
Okay, so ano ang masasabi nyo mga kaibigan? Binabasa ko ang mga comments. May mga ilan-ilan, mga trolls siguro mo ito, I don't know, mga kababayan natin na nagbubulag-bulagan. Mga kwanda ito, mga Chinese propagandist. Nabayaran daw ito para magsalita against the US. But remember, these are US military officers. Tapos, kung sinerch ko ang kanilang background sa YouTube, ang dami nilang interviews, ang dami nilang ito ngang si Scott Ritter, author ito marami siyang sinulat ng mga, basta, ako, believe ako, yung pagmamahal nila, they're very frank, lalo na si Scott Ritter, frank. We do not love you. We are just using you. You are just a tool. Ano? So, grabe. So, anong sabi niya? Friends. Kung real friends kayo ng US, hindi ganyan ang treatment na devastated ang city. Thousands are dying every day and displacement. Millions of Ukrainians were displaced. Is that friends? So, he is warning us na matutulad tayo sa Ukraine pag hindi tayo gumalaw. So, ang ganda yung kanyang advice na let's engage this government, our government leaders. Kaya ako, na-inspire ako dito sa tatlong ito na magsalita. Ito, ina-amplify ko ang kanilang mga opinions, views, para mas lalo pang maraming maliwanagan sa mga gustong umintindi sa sitwasyon. Kaya lang, yung iba dyan na nagbulag-bulagan, bahala na kayo. Basta ako, ginagawa ko lang ang pwede kong gawin. I-amplify itong mga views, opinions nila dahil I agree with them. So, mag-ingay tayo. Okay. Itong si Colonel Richard Black, marami siyang kaibigan daw ng mga Pinoys at ayaw niyang mapahamak tayo. It's not worth, sabi niya, it's not worth for the Philippines to go to war with a superpower, with China, over small islands. I agree. Ganito ang stand ni PRRD nung panahon niya. Wala lang, kalmado lang. Hindi naman isinorender ni PRRD ang ating territorial rights or sovereignty. Nagpakumbaba lang siya. Which to me, yun ang tamang approach, diplomacy. Kaya ang advice sa atin ni Colonel Black is it's time for diplomacy. Sabi niya, do not become a tool for US. It's disaster in waiting. And I feel his sincerity na ayaw niyang mapahamak ang mga Pinoy. Okay, ito naman si Colonel Lawrence Wilkinson, sabi niya, billions hate the US government sa iyang policy. By the way, let's segregate ibang American people, ibang American government. Many Americans are good people. I know it for sure. My experience, maraming Amerikanong mababait, matulungin, they really care for others. But pagdating na sa policy ng US government, iba. Kasi, ang national interest nilang nakataya plus, yung influence ng mga firearms manufacturers, kumikita sila. Ang US, number one revenue niya is giyera. Kaya ito, let's wake up. Kasi sabi ni Colonel Wilkinson, kung mayroong state na most likely gagamit ulit ng nuclear weapons, it's the US. Again, sabi niya, bakit? Napatunayan na nung World War II. Binomba ang Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So kung nagawa ng US noon, most likely, sabi ni Colonel Lawrence Wilkinson, is gagawin din ngayon at nandito na po sa Pilipinas ang mga ballistic missiles ng US nakatutok na sa China. Nako, the threat of nuclear war is very real. Ito ang sinasabi ng tatlong military officers na ito. I don't know kung nakita ba ito ng ating presidente. Kasi sabi niya, defensive purposes lang daw ang mga EDCA bases. Kung defensive lang, bakit pinayagan niya na maglagay ang US ng kanilang ballistic missiles? Defensive lang. Very clear na ngayon na ito lahat paghahanda ng US sa giyera nila with China over Taiwan. Very clear. Tapos sasabihin ng presidente na hindi daw niya i-allow na gagamitin ng US yung mga missiles nila o armaments nila for offensive. I don't believe so. Kaya I don't know kung ano ba talaga ang concern ng presidente. Para ba siya kapakanan ng nakakaraming Pilipino o para sa, I don't know, maraming nagsasabi. Ito, haka-haka lang ito, wala namang prueba, but they must answer this si Atty. Roque ang nagsasabi nito na dahil daw sa Marcos Gold. Okay? Para makuha ng mga Marcoses ang kanilang kayamanan sa US. Kaya pinibibigyan niya ang US government na gawin ko ng gusto. Maglagay ng EDCA sites, mga missiles nila dito in exchange sa Marcos Gold. I don't know how true. But they need to answer this one. So, sino ang may concern sa mga Pilipino? Itong tatlong American officers na ito o ang namumuno ngayon? That remains to be answered.